Hey, what's going on, Atlanta Falcon fans, man? Tune in to the Sports Machine at A1 Forever. Shout out to boy 95 North Falcons talk show, Burrow, third man of the crew. But me and Chris gonna sit down and talk to y'all for a minute, give y'all a quick assessment of what we think about instant impact rookies. And we're gonna talk about Jeff Ulbricht's, Jackson Ulbricht's son situation about the prank phone calls because he's not the only one. There were a couple of guys that got prank phone calls, but we're gonna get right into that. But before we do, man, y'all know how we do it on the Sports Machine at A1 Forever. Give a shout out to the chat. But before we do that, man, tell the people what's up, man, right quick.
Yo, man, what's going on? What's going on, man? Few distractions going on right now, but at the end of the day, I really, even though the media, like the national media, is kind of like taken away from the important thing, and the important thing is, man, the Falcons had a good old draft, man. They had a great draft, great
Facts.
draft free agency signings and everything too. Got a few guys we're inviting to camp, so we'll see how that goes as well, man. This is a series of unfortunate events, and unfortunately, this right now is overtaking and overshadowing what we should be talking about, and that is how great our draft and draft as a whole, even the signings, you know, what I'm saying, was, and quite unfortunate. But here we go.
Yep, it's unfortunate, man, but things happen, man. Like I said, man, Frank prank phone calls. There's something that goes on every year at the NFL draft. I remember a couple of years ago, a guy got a prank phone call. One guy was acting like he was, I think it was when Raheem Morris before he left. It was years ago. That he got a phone call from the Falcons, and it was a prank phone call, and he showed up to the Flowery Branch, and nobody reached out to him. And it was pretty heartbreaking because a lot of these kids, they worked their whole life to get to this point and to be, played like that. It's just disgusting to me, man. It's just something that I don't wish on nobody, man. And I feel like Jeff Ulbrich should do something. Um, and I don't know what he's gonna do, but he should sit down and talk to his son, man. And just tell him it's not cool. And honestly, Jack should feel bad about this. Jackson Ulbrich is the kid that made the prank phone call to Shador Sanders. He came out and said, and I don't know how he got his number. He probably snuck into some
I know
his
how.
dad's file. He snuck into his dad's files, or he went onto the black market on the web. He did something, but
I
it
can tell
just
you
wasn't
exactly
right.
what he did. What was see what from my understanding, what it was is it was left open in an open tablet, you know what I'm saying, and an open iPad.
Okay,
Those
yeah,
things
I
to
can
where
believe that.
I feel like really Jeff probably just went to the bathroom, maybe went downstairs to get him a sip of water and maybe a sandwich or something real quick, and then all of a sudden, Jax decides that he wanted to write down Shadur numbers number. I mean, it's that name, Shadur Sanders. Oh, that's his number. I mean, go ahead and write that down, and we're gonna do what we do. And
Right.
honestly, like for me, Smitty, have you ever done a prank phone call?
No, but I'm gonna tell you some stories when I was working at public supermarkets in Atlanta. Cascade Road, never forget it, working at the customer service desk. They used to have people call in frank phone calls all the time. One I remember the most is my wife in the store. Who's your wife? Last name Butts. What's the first? No, she said husband. Said
Mm-hmm.
last name Butts. And what's the first name? Seymour.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it out on the intercom system, and I didn't think about it. But once I said it, it popped in my head, and man, I felt bad about that, man. But it's kids being
Well,
kids, so I'm not
I've
gonna
done
be.
a prank phone call. I ain't gonna lie. I've done a prank phone call, but guess what? I was 13 years old, and
Wow.
I haven't done a prank
How
phone call.
how old is Jax?
Jax is 21 years old, and
Yeah, so
he's
he
old
shouldn't.
enough to drink, old enough to go to the club with just about everybody that's in the chat. So,
And I see old enough to
grown,
be
grown
bullshitting too.
man,
Right.
yeah, grown man, and honestly, he made his own decision. Jeff had nothing to do with this. Jeff shouldn't be
And
fired.
he
That's
and he
crazy.
won't
That's
he won't he
wild.
won't he
They
won't
want
even, he
Jeff
won't be
fired.
disciplined. Yeah, he won't
Yeah,
even be
but
disciplined. Yeah.
at the end of the day, this is a grown man, and Jax, you know, what I'm saying, by law, a grown man. and he did what he wanted to do on his own. Nobody influenced him. It was just he thought it was gonna be funny. He thought it would be a prank. And then you didn't even do the calling. How you gonna give it off to somebody else and have them with the smoking gun? But
Right.
either way it goes, man, like it's a series of unfortunate events. At the end of the day, I hate that this happened to Jeff Olbrich, and I hate that this happened for the Falcons organization because you guys know our owner. We try to do everything we possibly can to limit distractions, to not have
Body book.
situations
Right.
going on. And
Yep.
Arthur Blank probably hates this right now just because it's taken away from the important thing. Like I said before, the Falcons had an excellent draft. They got needs, they got value, they got players, man. And that's all that we should be talking about. That's all the headline should be about: Falcons, Falcons, Falcons in a great way. And instead, it's Falcons, 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 talking about a prank call.
And you know yourself, all they need is one little piece of information to run with, and the media gonna run with it. But B Robin, it's not about being soft, man. It is a harmless prank phone call, but at 21 years old, a grown man should be doing that. And you invading a person's privacy. Because if that number is not authorized to give out, if that person didn't give that number to you to call, that's an invasion of privacy. That's all it is, man. And we
Mhm.
don't need no distraction, like you said. We just had a hell of a draft, and now that the draft is over, media is going to be looking for other headlines. And guess what? They ended up finding other players, and there was one in Buffalo, Chris
Mhm.
Lunt. He got 5 prank phone calls before
Right.
he was drafted by the
Shoot,
Buffalo Bills. So
what's
it
my
goes
man
on.
name that the coach took? Um, Warren, Tyler Warren.
Ty
He got
Warren, yeah,
prank
Tyler
called.
Warren.
He got
Yeah,
prank
so
called. My thing is, this isn't the first time a prank call has ever happened. It's just amplified because it's the Falcons, it's Shadur Sanders, like it's being amplified. Mohamed Sanu, former Falcon, he even said himself that he was prank phone called back when, but way back then. So my thing is, this is not new. Like people acting like, oh, this is just such like a terroristic attack. And is it sad? Yes. Should it have happened? Heck no. But I'm just saying, like the extremes of what I'm hearing people say is just crazy. And I really be like, I'm like, are y'all just out here for clout? Or what are you trying to do? Because we act like we committed like genocide. And we did not do that. You know what I'm saying? The Falcons did not do that. Yes, unfortunately, it was the son of a Falcon team member, staff member, yes. But at the same time, we did not commit genocide. We should not lose draft picks and all this other craziness that I've just been hearing and seeing people say. I ain't gonna lie,
let's
y'all
look.
ridiculous.
Let's
Is
look
it?
right
It was
quick at
terrible.
what the Falcons had to say, man. Because they put out a statement, and Adam Schefter put it on Twitter. It says earlier in the week, Jax Albrecht, 21, son of defensive coordinator Jeff Albrecht, unintentionally came across draft contact phone number, and that went unintentionally because he had no business there messing with it, so it wasn't unintentional. But they had to put it like that for damage control. But he got it off an open iPad, visiting parents' home, and wrote the number down. To later contact a prank call. Jeff was unaware of it. The data exposure, any facets of the prank, was made was made aware above only after the fact that after he did it. But it said the Falcons don't condone his behavior, send their apology to Shedeur Sanders, and facilitate an apology directly from Jax to the Sanders family. Also, being in contact with the NFL will continue to cooperate fully with any inquiries we may receive from the NFL. And that's crazy that they could get in trouble for it, but they probably won't. But it's just crazy they could get in trouble for something that they didn't do. And it said we are thoroughly reviewing the protocols and updating if necessary to help prevent an incident from like this from happening again. And point blank, period. I don't think he will get in trouble. They've already came out and said he will not be disciplined, and it's only right.
Right. That's
Because it's
right.
just like you at work and working from home, and somebody messes with your computer that you have no knowledge of, and you should be able to leave anything open around because it's yours. It's not theirs. They shouldn't touch it. They know that they know that ramification can come from that, and you could get in trouble. And he should have thought about that. What if his
And then it
dad did
also
get him?
sucks this
Go ahead.
way
Go ahead.
too, Spitty. And I'm just saying, this it also sucks this way too. You want to be able to trust your children. So you want to be able to trust
Right.
your stuff is open, in the privacy of your own home, and no one is going to, backdoor you, and
Right.
make your job harder, which is what just happened. Now, Jeff Olbricht's job has gotten harder. And my thing is, I'm not taking up for Jax at all. I'm taking up for Jeff, because nothing should happen to Jeff. He did not know. He was unaware. I'm pretty sure he laid into Jax himself. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure behind the scenes, and maybe still is right now. Who knows? But at the end of the day, nothing should happen to him. You know what I'm saying? It's all on Jax. Jax made that decision. And we have to just, account for this. Like, I know, people are saying that he's a kid. I mean, like, again, by law, he is a grown man.
Right.
So I understand where Carl Dukes is coming from. I got respect for Carl Dukes and his opinion, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, nah, because at the end of the day, you're 21. At the end of the day, at 21 years of age, whether we're doing stupid stuff or not, most of us are doing stupid stuff in college, drinking, doesn't stuff like that. You see stuff like that. Who is making prank phone calls at the age of 20 freaking one? Who in the world wants to be, down somebody's moment? Like, these men are trying to change their lives, and they're waiting on that phone call. And then, so they get a phone call and it's not the phone call they're expecting. And you see it yucking it up. Then y'all recording it on
Right.
top of that, putting it out there on social media anyway. So it's just an all bad situation. Jax, I hope you're enjoying your 15 minutes of fame, because at the end of the day, like, you shouldn't be around any kind of Falcons personnel or anything like that, at least for this season and moving forward. So I just hope you learned your lesson, and I hope that Jeff Olbrich, nothing happens to him. I hope nothing happens to the Falcons, because all this is just a series of unfortunate events. And it all was orchestrated by a young man, regardless, who had his own mind and knows right from wrong.
Right. And Dan, I agree, man. He adult. You got to take adult actions with that. I know we was all kids at once, but at 21, you're legally grown. You can smoke alcohol. I'm sorry, you can drink alcohol. You can smoke
I'm about to
weed.
say, God,
Uh,
dog, boy.
but you can. But that's what a hooker is. Hooker is
Yeah,
just vapor alcohol. No, yeah. So you can smoke. You can smoke alcohol too. But look, I mean, he like you said, man, get out of here with that. Because at the end of the day, he an adult. He know right from wrong. And even somebody, I feel like 16, 17 would have done nothing like that, because they would probably think the dad or their parent would get in trouble.
mm,
So I mean, you just got to think about things like that. This is an interesting one, Tyreek Isaiah Bond. If he gets out of trouble and finds his way onto an NFL team, and from the Falcons, I call to see will he come play for me. Because, like I said,
oh,
people gonna have problems in life. They're young. They're gonna make mistakes. And just like we just talked about Jax, he made a mistake. So Isaiah Bond made a mistake. So hey, it happens. But if he gets cleared, I'm giving Isaiah Bond the call, because I know exactly what he can do. Um,
hey, pull up Mike's. Oh, well, first, after the super chat. Yeah, shout
Thank
out
you,
to
Anthony,
Anthony.
for the super chat. Appreciate you, man. What's good? Just need my mama whipping. Hey, boy, look, if one of our parents had an iPad laying around and we got a number out of it and we made a prank
Bro.
phone call and somebody called back to the house and say, who called me, and they find out it was him, you might as well go to that room, because you know what time it is. As soon as she get finished cleaning up, cooking dinner, whatever she doing, she gonna beat
Over,
she gonna beat your ass. Turn it
but
red.
you're probably going to have to go out there and go pick that switch. That's one of the worst
Nope, nope,
walks of
nope,
shame.
nope, nope. I know the worst
You,
whipping
you-
ever.
what
Your
you
ass
got?
in the bathtub. You get out the
Oh,
bathtub.
yes.
That
Oh,
goddamn extension cord waiting on your ass while you wet. Boy, that's the worst whipping. Boy, you get your boy. Look, see, these children these days have never experienced the ass whipping before. That's the problem. That is the entire problem. That's the problem. But Aunt, I absolutely agree 100%. But what was that comment you wanted?
Mike, he was saying, he had a great comment. Actually, I like the comment.
Tim, what's up, my
Uh,
dude? Thank you for tuning in. Mike. It might be
Yeah, it should be before Mr. Cleanup.
this one.
No, not Michael. It's just his name is just Mike.
Uh,
Where it says I don't condone what
I got
Jeff's
you.
son.
I got you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he said I don't condone what Jeff's son did, but if your kids are going to make a stupid mistake, much rather it be this than drinking and driving or doing anything that puts lives in risk. And you're absolutely
Agreed.
correct.
Absolutely 100%.
1000%. But that's what I'm saying as well too. They're acting like this prank call was genocide or something
Right.
like this, drinking and driving. It was not. So that's why I'm just defending Jeff when then like he shouldn't be fired. The Falcons shouldn't get fined, lose draft picks. I've heard all kind of crazy things. None of that stuff should happen. At the end of the day, this was Jack's decision to do this. He thought it was going to be funny. It blew up in his face. It backfired him. He got his 15 minutes of fame the wrong way. And now
Right.
he has to wear that. That's on his face.
Yeah.
So, but
Shame.
I just wanted to highlight the comment because this is absolutely correct. We would rather it be something like this than, drinking and driving and etc.
Facts. Hey, and I'm telling you, we had to pick our own switch to get our own ass whipping. And True said he got pulled out the tub. So he know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
got pulled out the tub, baby.
Boy, get your ass skint.
You talk about don't forget the time. Oh, now lay across the bed like this here. Just God. He said, I thought that was easy.
Oh man, y'all out of control
memes,
already.
Memes is
We just starting, y'all already out of control. But let's get to these rookies, man. We're gonna get to the draft class, and then we're gonna get to the undrafted free agent. We're just gonna pop it up on the screen for y'all to see it. We're gonna talk about instant impact right quick. What rookies can come in with an instant impact, and trust me, and one of these guys. And a lot of people didn't like that last pick, but y'all got to remember, Caleb McGarry is a free agent. Well, he's not a free agent, but he has 1 year on his deal with no guaranteed money. Kifo, what's up, my dude? You got to jump on the show with us soon, man. I hope you're getting everything together, man, to get your podcast back going, man. We're gonna have you come in during the season, man. Pick you up and you do your podcast, man. We definitely, pray for you, man, and can't wait till you come back on the show. But he said, "What's up, fellas?" Jeff made Jax do the Oklahoma drill as soon as he got home.
There you go.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Deshaun, they don't know about that stitching cord whipping my dog. They don't. Trust me, they don't.
Don't know, bro. I'm talking about
that.
But change your life.
Hey, I'm telling you,
it's a deterrent.
But these are the 5 draft picks that the Falcons took, and if you see it from bottom right, that's Jalen Walker. Left of him is James Pierce. They were the 2 first-round picks. Then you had Xavier Watts, who's behind Jalen Walker, Billy Bowman, who's behind James Pierce, and the tall guy in the middle is Jack Nelson, offensive lineman from Wisconsin.
Anchor, Jake, Anchor. You got to call him the Anchor, Mr.
Yeah,
Nelson.
that's what his nickname was. Yeah, right. Gary Jackson said a powder with the holes in it. After the shower, see, I told y'all, getting out the shower, boy, them the worst ass whipping. So, hey, y'all know where I'm coming from. I'm 40. I'm almost 46 years old. I done had some crucial ass whipping before. So,
something that
boy,
giving you something to think about.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I know that happen all the time. It ain't, it ain't nothing to get mad about, but I'm just saying it's just something that, a coach's son should know better, because I'm sure this man got a multi-million-dollar job, man. You just don't screw that up. No way, no how. But go ahead, Chris, and then we're gonna talk about draft class.
No, I was just saying just about the draft class. That's exactly what I was about to talk about.
Go ahead.
I like what I see, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like our draft. I feel like we got the best value that we possibly could get. We got a lot of guys. We got 5 guys that can come in. 4 we know for a fact, going to come in and definitely compete. We'll see what happens with Nelson. But one thing about Nelson that was impressive was he only gave up 1 sack and 393 snaps. That's
Crazy.
tough. So I'm just like, and he's from Wisconsin. Wisconsin normally have all good offensive lines. You normally want to get your offensive lineman from somewhere tough like Wisconsin, like Boston College, like, Oregon, etc., like that, places, Iowa, places like that. So I'm excited.
They bred offensive linemen, so I agree with that 100%.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. We've been putting them in the league for a while now, even USC. So, I mean, hey, you got to look at it like this. We was able to get a value like that in the 7th round, and I believe he was projected to go in the 5th round. So,
hey, Kivo, you can ask Chris. I said it early.
Man, listen. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been on Kobe Bryant's train since the combine. You see the film and everything like that, but you want to see like how they're going to come in the combine and do. Kobe Bryant checks all the boxes for me, and it was just crazy that he ended up undrafted. But was even better is he ended up on the Falcons. Even Dez Bryant, former NFL wide receiver, was like, Kobe Bryant going undrafted, Nick Nash going undrafted. What he said?
And that's crazy, man. Nick Nash was the leading receiver in college football last year.
Right.
But because where he played, he paid for it. Right. Go ahead.
Yep. Now I'm saying that the Falcons got them both. But yeah, man, what's your thought about the draft class?
As I look at this draft class right here, man, you look at the first 2 picks. To me, they home runs. And if y'all didn't check out my video earlier about Colin Cowherd and what he said, I did a reaction video to that. So y'all please go check that out, man. It's doing good numbers. So thank y'all for tuning in to it. And then I just pulled the clip from that video about why they made the pick back up to James Pierce. Y'all got to think about it, man. I read it and I heard it. Those 2 players that they took were 1 and 2 on their board as far as edge rusher, as far as players they were looking at 15. They were struggling to figure out which guy they were going to take at 15, because if you take one, the other may be
Jalen to be there. Jalen was not supposed to be there in the Falcons world. Jalen was gone. Walker was gone. So for him to be there, they like, oh man, our guy that we fell in love with is James Pierce, but Jalen Walker's right there, So it just you had to take him. You had to take him.
So what happened was they got their guy at Jalen Walker. They made the right decision. Sometimes you got to follow your gut instinct. They took Jalen Walker because they know if they didn't take him, Tampa might have took him. The Bengals might have taken him. So it was somebody right behind them. Yeah, the Arizona Cardinals right next after them could have took him. But they took Jalen Johnson, and Lord willing, 26 came up and the Rams were looking to trade back. The Falcons took that number 46 pick, a number 1 next year, and they went back up the board and got their guy. So what Colin Cowherd said, just outright said it was a bad move. And
you want to know something I'm sorry, Smitty. But the thing that really like grind my gears about that whole thing was what? That's going to be a top 15 pick next year. Says who, mofo? Says who? Man, everybody got to get out there on the field. Don't get me wrong. Everybody got to get out there on the field. Everybody else's draft picks got to get out there on the field.
Tonio, what's up, my guy?
What's going on, Tonio? And my thing is, I just don't feel like this team. Now, don't get me wrong. We did take a big gamble, and it does have to work. I will say that. I always say you can take all the gambles in the world you want, but they have to work.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel more comfortable about this than when we signed Kirk Cousins last year. Facts. I mean, I'm just being honest. I feel more comfortable with this because we got guys who can be day 1 starters, bookends, something that we needed. We know that this draft was important. We went into it and treated the entire draft process like it was important. Treated the entire draft like it was important. And even with the undrafted free agents, bam, bam, boom. You know what I'm saying? It just, come on now. They got to come on with the jokes. They got to finally start giving us some credit out here. You know what I'm saying? Terry cooked. Terry was the chef in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Looking like the hibachi chef with the big old pan. That's what's Terry in this, man. I'm trying to. That's
called a walk.
Yeah, but he was in. But I'm talking about, man, he in there Terry doing it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
my thing is we get on them, and at the end of the day, when guys do right, when guys do good, you gotta you gotta be just as loud as you were when you seen that they didn't do something that you didn't like. And I'm giving
Boom,
Terry
what's
his
up, my guy?
flowers because he deserves it.
Yeah, yeah.
Boom.
Hey, Boom, I got your message, man. We're gonna link up soon. But finishing it off, Xavier Watts to me, steal of the draft. You talking about a first round talent, you get all the way in the third round. And this is what I said, and this is what I said on the video. Well, I'm not gonna see it. Y'all go check out the short I did right after that video as to why the Falcons made the move with the Rams. They actually got a first round pick out of it. This is why they didn't even worry about the pick next year, because they got a first round pick this year that could be next year, and they got another first round pick in Xavier Watts, really. So they got 3 first round picks, 3 guys that are going to be instant impact players. You talk about Billy Bowman. He's going to be a slot guy. He's a safety. He plays the run well. He can cover. He has decent speed. And I think he's going to get a D offer. And Clark Phillips will run for their money, but we know Clark Phillips can play outside also. So I think he's safe. But D offer, he's going to have to come to play. And I think Mike Hughes signed a 3-year deal, but really only 1 year is really fully guaranteed. And that second and third year, the dead money cap space goes down. So after 1 year, he could be back, on the free agent market. So they're thinking about the future with all these draft picks. Jack Nelson as well. Caleb McGarry, like we all. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was about to say you go ahead and finish your point about Caleb McGarry.
Caleb McGarry's on the really on the last year of his deal because no guaranteed money after this year. So Jack Nelson could be a possible replacement. He's a very good pass blocker, and we know Wisconsin offensive linemen are bred to run block. So he's going to fit right into Dwayne Letford's system. So all of these guys are going to be an impact player somehow because of the type scheme that the Falcons are running. They think that they will fit, and this is the type mentality that I'm glad to see them having, because going forward, they're only going to pull and plug. And what I mean by that, they're just going to keep filling spots that need to be filled with somebody that fits their scheme. So and I talk about it all the time, when you have a structure and foundation in place, this is the perfect way to build a football team.
You know what I'm saying? You can have something, and then the level of competition, the thing, but I think that's what I love about it the most. And I even did a mock draft to where I brought a bunch of different guys in myself because I want the competition. Like, it shouldn't nobody's job necessarily be safe. Go out there and show again that you're one of the best in the world, because we got some of these young and hungry guys that want to come in and they want to make football teams. They feel like they should have been drafted, like actually drafted. So they're going to come in and they're going to try to compete. And my thing is, first and foremost, salute to everybody that is a part of the Atlanta Falcons right now before the draft. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I want the best players in Falcons uniforms. And if some of these guys end up coming in and taking somebody's spot, I promise you, it ain't nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? We all want to win. And I love the fact that they're bringing in this competition to push guys and see what we got and get the best out of guys, man. I love it. And this is what we should have been doing, but we're doing it now. So this is where we at. Oh, yeah. Undrafted free agents.
These are undrafted free agents. Antonio, I think this is the guy you were talking about. Simeon Barrow, he said he could possibly start over Rook. I can see that because I watched tape. Simeon Barrow is really a Grady Jerry clone, if you want me to be real with you. You talk about strength at the point of attack. Simeon Barrow gives you that. He can rush the passer and he stops the run. He fills gaps. He does what he needs to do. He's only 6'1", about 283, same size Grady was when he came out of Clemson. So he's a Grady clone, and I can see him. He plays low to the ground, and he plays to run well. Kobe Bryant, who's everybody geeked about.
Hold on, wait. I ain't gonna lie. One thing about Barrow, that man will bust through 2 and 3 people at one time to get
he will. He's strong.
I've seen a lot of film, him just running through guys, and I did see
body strength.
Yeah, and I did see some times to where he did get like some easy pass rush, like guys just wasn't blocking him. But at the same time, man, this guy right here, you go ahead, polish him up. You know what I'm saying? Polish him up
Right.
a little bit, get him, you know what I'm saying, with our defensive line coach, and let's see what we possibly can have. I like Burrow a lot. I like Burrow Jr. a lot out of Miami. Again, like you said, 6'1", 283. He can possibly come in and get and make this team, guys, and somebody could be out of a job.
Yeah. Hey, Scooter, that's what I was saying. Basically, we got 3 first-round picks, so we really didn't lose that next year. That money, think about it. That money that they would have to pay to their first round the next year, that can go towards a veteran free agent that could come in and probably be the missing piece to make this a Super Bowl team. So I love the move. So sometimes you have to make those kind of moves. Tremel, what's up, my guy?
What's up, family?
But yeah, you got to make these moves, man. But yeah, and great move by the front office. Absolutely. Yes. Dre said, yes, they're a coach that need to be fired ASAP. People need to go any more games until they get the right fire. Rich McKay is over that committee. If not, Arthur Blank, we need the answer. Yeah, man. I mean, sometimes, man, sometimes you just can't help. You just can't help. Things are gonna happen. You just have to address it as it comes. What's up, nephew? What's good?
Going on, Jaden?
Boom says Xavier Watts was brought in to be a bandit. He's going to be in the box and on the third level. I agree.
Yeah. Facts. Absolutely.
And if you want a comparison to that, no, he's not that big, but he's going to play a Derwin James type role.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be Derwin James-esque. Seriously.
Yeah, let's get to these
ball hawk skills.
Yeah, him and Billy Bowman, they pretty much play the same. See, what the Falcons are trying to do is basically is force turnovers.
Right.
Think about that. One had 13 and one had 11. They're going to be around the football.
4 picks. That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, man, next guy that you were going to say, though. Yeah.
Go ahead.
That guy,
go ahead.
Yeah. Now, I'm talking about Kobe Bryant. Man, I've been on Kobe Bryant for, like I said, for a minute. Like what the kids got. He got great ball skills. He doesn't mind trying to tackle. He has I feel like he has a mean streak. He also has a Chucky doll that he carries around all the time. Hey, man, I'm with it. Whatever gets you going and whatever gets you, playing well on the football field, let's get it. I'm not going to lie to you. I believe Kobe Bryant will make this roster. I'm very high on the kid. I'm glad that he's an Atlanta Falcon. I'm glad that he's going to be getting after it. When I seen it was so crazy. I seen the Nick Nashes, I seen everything, and in the back of my mind, I was just like, man, we can just get Kobe Bryant though, and we just get Kobe Bryant. And then, like before I went to bed, I seen it, the Falcons signed Kobe Bryant. I said, boy, Terry, I don't know what you own, but I'm finna get you a Christmas card. I swear to God. But I'm trying to tell you, it's just this kid right here, man. I think he's going to make the roster. I hope he does. I'm high on him. I'm rooting for him, to make this roster into even if he's not, being brought in immediately, at least, practice squad, something like that. And be careful with that too, because won't need nobody signing him off of it. But I want
I think Kobe Bryant, I was looking at this game, man. I think he ends up being the second corner down the road. We talked about needing a number 2 corner, and we got one handed right to us as an undrafted free agent. He's just one of those guys that goes out and make plays. If you remember Sauce Gardner being high in the draft a couple of years ago, he's shorter, but he has that same type of intimidation like Sauce Gardner. Keep it real with you. Nathan Carter is the running back. We were talking about Tyler Algier possibly leaving, and we talked to Uncle Lou about it. Uncle Lou didn't have no problem with it, and he said he understood where we were coming from. So, they're going to keep looking at running backs. Joshua Gray, guard center type, 6'5", 300 pounds. He's possibly going to be vying for that backup center spot and could play in some games depending on how Ryan Nuzell plays. You talk about Nick Cubits, downhill thumper that I've been talking about we need. He's a tough one, a tough cookie to crack, 6'2", 225. Probably needs to put on about 5 to 10 pounds. But when you're talking about a tackling machine, exactly what he does. Dante Manning is another cornerback.
Can't sleep on him.
So
good man-to-man coverage right there.
They got playmakers, man, and that's what they were aiming for in this draft. He's a little undersized at 5'11", about 180. Well, he's really the same size as Kobe Bryant, but Yeah,
But
so
Kobe's like
I mean,
6 foot. He's 5'11". Tomato.
yeah, one another. And the biggest, probably one of the biggest steals of the draft, 6'2", 203, the leading receiver in college football. I think it was Ryan who told me the birdcage. He said I could
Nash,
see him as a slot guy. And he been talking about Nash the entire draft. So shout out to the
bro,
birdcage, man. Shout out to
bro. Have
Ryan.
you seen his highlights, bro?
Yeah,
He's doing so much damage out of the slot. Like Nick Nash can
I
really
watched
be
a
your
couple of
wide receiver
games.
four.
So
He
yeah,
can really
yeah, I
be a
watched.
wide receiver for real. If he like,
Yeah,
of course, makes it through camp, doing all the right things, impressing the coaches, etc., etc. Nick Nash can be your wide receiver four.
and shit. To be honest, he could beat it 3
He
because
really can. I
you
just
talk
wanted to
about
give
London.
Ray his respect because Ray
Yeah,
did earn it. So I
yeah, he
just
did. Like I said, I was surprised with Ray last year, man. Nobody expected that from Ray McLeod because usually he's just a special teams guy. But they utilized his size in the scenes, and that's what they used the most in the scenes in between the numbers, and it was the right thing to do. Nick
right.
Nash, 6'2", 205, 203, 205, in that range. You talk about a guy that's athletic, long arms. He doesn't have real long speed, but when you talk about possession and needing catching the clutch, he can be that guy because he got hands like glue. Joshua Simon, 6'4", 240, tight end. And we're
Yep.
gonna keep talking about tight ends. And we talked about Harold Fannin from Bowling Green.
Bro.
Joshua Simon has those same type characteristics. A guy that
And
can
he can block. And he
good,
can
good,
block.
right, great run out to the catch guy. Great hands. Weapon in the red zone. Exactly what they need. So they're thinking about the future as well because I think Charlie Warner has about another is either 1 or 2 years left on his deal. So after Warner, I think they brought in another tight end as a free agent, but it's going to be a war.
And
Quincy Skinner,
hold
speedster
on,
from
hold
Ghana.
on. Wait a minute, Spitty. Don't
Go
do
ahead.
that.
Go
Don't
ahead.
try to skip over the elephant in the room. And of course, Kyle Pitts is in this contract year. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen with that.
Hey
We're
man,
hoping
I would
we're
try not
hoping
to be
for great
obvious.
things. We're hoping for great things. We're hoping for chemistry between him and Michael Penix. I believe we're actually going to get that. But just got to be doing our job, man. The elephant in the room, Kyle Pitts is in contract year. And if things don't work out, hey, I mean, Joshua Simmons, I'm just saying, man.
I don't know what's gonna happen with Helms. He just got to fight his way back on the team. Just that simple.
He got
Just
to
got to fight.
fight his way back into football shape. Like Smitty, like you said earlier, well, not earlier, but in a previous show, he's missed like a year and a half, technically. It goes to 2 years. So he got to get back into football shape. I expect him to be getting after it in camp too, because of course he doesn't want to lose any spots. As we brought a lot of some hot young talent coming in, ready to get a spot on this team. Yeah,
Auntie
just like
Joy,
what Trav
Auntie
said.
Joy, Auntie Joy says she said 12-5 the last 4 years in a row, and guess what? Nope.
Hey man, we're gonna see what happens this year. We're gonna keep 12-5 in it until we get it.
Yeah,
No,
Joy, he behaving tonight. Yeah, he
everybody we don't
behaving.
have this behavior.
Shout out to Tonio, man. He said, "Yeah, we know what you. I knew what you were saying. That's why, that's why I went on and said, I got you, Tonio. I got you, my brother.
Yeah, man. We all
Shout out to my boy Kivo, man. This is his podcast, Crime One Podcast. So
shout out to
y'all go
Crime.
check it out. So yeah, he said Nick Nash wide receiver 3. I agree 100%.
Hey,
That's why I told.
listen, I 1000% agree with y'all, man. Only thing I just wanted to do was just give Ray his props for the season that he had. Maybe
Right.
they may want to bring him in as the wide receiver number 3, but by season's end, Nick Nash, oh yeah, wide receiver number 3 for sure.
I tell you, Joy, she and her taking all the comments. She need to come on, jump on the show,
Did Carlo?
become part of the show. But Terry cut the food on this one, absolutely.
Did. But go ahead. We almost done. We got 3 more players left.
Yep,
Here come a wild card right here.
Wild card, Quincy Skinner Jr. 6'1",
Mhm.
204. I didn't do much research on him, but from what I hear, this guy he's an elite route runner. And like I said, the wide receiver position, I mean, it's gonna be a battle, and it's a good problem to have because what's gonna tie all this together is Michael Penix's arm strength. We talk about a quarterback that we haven't had that can make these type throws. This dude can sling the ball all over the field. So you can see any three wide receivers on the field at any time. And let me say this, and do not shoot the messenger. I'm just
Okay.
saying it's for future references. And I've said it before. Drake London has one more year on his deal. This year, they will have to decide if they're going to take his fifth year option. So, am I right? This is the fourth year, right? Because
2022. Well, he was 2022, right?
yeah. So
Yeah,
this,
I think Drake
yeah,
was 22. So yeah,
yeah.
we're coming
So
up
that's
on
it.
it though. We're coming
So
up.
this is no, this is his fourth year. If it's 2022, this is the year that his fourth year. So they're gonna have to decide on him this year about the fifth year option. So I tell y'all all the time, and I've said it on many of shows. Wide receiver is one of those positions. Those positions you don't have to have a superstar. They just have to go out and do their job. And this is going to be key for him. He has to put up better numbers than he had last year in order to get that contract extension. Yeah, he'll play on that fifth year next year if they bring him back, but he has to start producing right now in order to have something to back him, the numbers to back him for that deal. Because as me and you talked about the last 2 months, those numbers are just going to keep going up. So they could sign him to a deal this year and get it out the way, and 2 years from now, he'll still be what, top 15 when it comes to paid wide receivers. But
You know,
but with the numbers he's putting out, I'm not paying him $25 million. So they are probably preparing for the future. And I'm not saying that they're not going to re-sign him, but I'm thinking they're planning for the future just in case, things don't work out. So you got to think ahead. And wide
you got
receiver just one of those positions because y'all remember Harry Douglas was a Falcon, a number 3 receiver, and
yep.
he had 1,000 yards when Roddy White and when Julio were hurt. So just think about that.
We needed it. Well, we needed it. But yeah, that's true, man. Hey, so just saying, Falcons do have some decisions to make at tight end and wide receiver, and we have some guys that are going to compete for positions on this team. So
Right.
we'll just see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes.
Ayamada might be safe because they need depth at the position, and he's one of the ones that's one of the better run stoppers.
Yeah,
And Taquan Graham is another run stopper, but do they really have a pass rusher? In the interior, that is yet to be seen, and I think that's what Simeon Barrow. I think that's what he brings. So we'll see how it plays out because I just still want to see what Dorless can do. He only played in one game last year,
right.
so a lot of question marks at that position. Hey nephew, I stay with the chicken wings. Had some earlier.
Same here. That's funny. Funny. Actually had something here.
Think Algemada will be the odd man out because of money. We'll see what comes in June 1st.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
see.
we will see about that. That will be interesting. But if he does stay, I wouldn't be surprised though. Veteran on the team. I'm saying having somebody a veteran on the line to help some of these guys. We'll see how the Falcons value David Amanyada come June 1st for sure.
And the funny thing is, another person that might be on the skids and could be traded or released. And now, I just kind of see it as Troy Anderson. He could
I
be
knew you.
traded or released
I knew you.
because as I'm looking at the linebackers, they're just steady bringing guys in, and you can see some of these rookie come in, out hustle him, and he's been injured the last 2 years, so injuries catch up.
Mhm.
Let's keep it real.
And my thing is, it's not like they didn't get some guys that it's coming from these, these country type, it's like, hey, like we how we bench presses with tree logs, and not with weights, like guys from like North Dakota State, and we was talking about Nick Kubitz, and then this next guy and Malik Vernon, linebacker 6'4", 218 from Ohio, Iowa State,
Man, y'all out of control. That boy Dan say, have y'all seen Nick Kubitz from North
uh
Dakota State? He looked like he lumberjack attack a mountain lions.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Man, y'all out of control.
But that's my point. I'm like, you got some of these guys that are coming in. They hungry again. They felt like they should have been drafted, could have been drafted, and didn't. And they got a chance. This could be their last chance, possibly, to get an opportunity to be a part of an organization. Hey, man, people better buckle up them chin straps.
Hey,
So like,
boom. Judon is gone. I don't
yeah,
think he
Judon
coming back.
definitely gone. I think
Yeah, I don't
Judon
think he
and
coming back.
Simmons are both gone. I
Yeah.
think Judon
I
and
think
Simmons are both.
drafting both of those young safeties and still having Helms on the roster, I think that pretty much eliminated Justin Simmons because, like I said, I still think Justin Simmons finds a way to go to Philadelphia, goes back to Denver. He's going to be on a new team this year. I just don't know where. He's getting a little bit up in age, so we'll see where he falls. But I would love to see him in Detroit, honestly, because they need help in the secondary. They just paid Kerry Joseph, but I would love to see Justin Simmons next to Kerry Joseph in Detroit. But yeah,
That's
boom.
what I think.
Floyd Walker and Pierce. That's gonna be a nasty rotation. You add in Trice, you add in Zach Harrison. They're gonna
Don't
be able to
forget
do a lot of
AK,
stuff.
and don't forget
Yeah,
AK.
and Ebiketie. And Ebiketie,
Somebody
exactly.
that also is coming, who contract is coming up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying too, man. You like, I mean, you can probably replace Judon and put Abacady right there. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because that's what's going to happen. I don't see Judon coming back. Honestly, I really didn't see Judon coming back before the draft. So we'll see. Again, Trice, I'm really interested to see what he's going to be because before he went down with injury, he was winning at the line. He was winning at the point of attack, and he was getting in the back.
Facts.
So we'll see.
Yeah, Skip. He's definitely a hard hitter. He can hit for his size.
Mm-hmm.
He's only 180. He hit like a safety.
Bro, it
So
reminded me
yeah,
of Dante Robinson. Remember how hard Dante Robinson used to try to down there, kill
boy,
himself, try to
Dante
get
Ryan will
folks.
knock somebody block off,
You know
man.
what? Tell me, yeah, Skinner is a beast. Yeah, hey, that's what I said. He's a wild card. He gonna have to work for it for sure because I still would take Nick Nash over him. But at the same time, hey man, them boys got to work for it. Ray, the
Y'all
only
gotta
wide
control
receiver coming through like a
coming
pimp.
through like a pimp.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh boy, you out of control.
Yeah.
Let's see. Also, Skinner had a review from Steve Smith. Bash Steve Smith bash does it. Yeah, Steve Smith. He's put some wide receivers on the map, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yes. Matter of fact,
Hey,
yes, he did. He does. I did see that review about Skinner. Yeah, he does like Skinner as well. So man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Skinner. I like Nick Nash. If these guys work hard enough, they can earn them a spot. That's all I got to say. If they work hard enough, they can.
yeah, I said that earlier, Eric. I said he reminds me of the smallest Sauce Gardner.
Mm-hmm. He's got attitude though, man. He's got real attitude, like, but in a good way. Like he wants to play football.
Yeah, we got to see. We got to see exactly how this plays out before. What kind of? I don't think we need to make any more moves unless it's just something that they just don't like that they see. But I think they've made enough moves, free agency and the draft, to put together a complete team.
Right.
The young guys just have to transition to the next level and catch on to what's going on with the schemes and what's going on with the playbook. Other than that, they'll be fine. Randy Payne, what's good, my dude? Michael Williams say Kobe should have been drafted no later than the third round. Absolutely
I
correct.
agree.
Because
Absolutely.
that's exactly why I had him going. But let's finish this off, man. Mike Vernon. I hear a lot about him as well. 6'4", 218. That's big. He can play inside or outside. Linebacker. Great IQ. Roams the field well. Out downhill thumper, and he can drop back in coverage. So you talk about he probably needs to put on about 10 pounds because he's only 218. That's
He's
safety
only,
side.
yeah.
Yeah, so you can see him as a hybrid type guy, as a linebacker or a safety. So you can, but I think he starts off on special teams, to be honest.
Yep. There you go. I was just about to say.
And you talk about homegrown talent. We've seen that a lot the last couple of years. Jordan Williams, offensive tackle, 6'5", 320. You talk about that's why I said Caleb McGarry. He's got to come with it this year.
He's got
and some of these guys could be, backups because we know Storm Norton has been around for a while. You talk about depth at the guard position as well, behind Lindstrom and Bergeron. So a lot of these guys are not only going to play tackle, they're probably going to go for guard too. Because Javon Gwynn, he hadn't worked out. You still have Hinton on the roster,
right.
So they have offensive linemen here.
Elijah Wilkinson, you know, I'm saying, like all those guys like that you've been rotating in and out for the last few years and stuff.
Right.
Competition time, and some of these guys are probably going to come in, compete, and I believe somebody is going to be losing their job, man. I don't want guys to lose their job, but I want the best Falcons in the Falcon uniforms. So it's just I'm really excited about this entire draft process, entire free undrafted free agency. I just can't wait to get to training camp. If you can get to training camp, guys, like if they allow us to just go out there and do it normal, like how it was like the past previous seasons and not last season, if they let us do it like that before, man, you got to get to training camp. You got to go check out some of these undrafted free agents. You have to go check out our draft picks because, you know, the University of Georgia, they're going to be down there looking at Jalen. The University of Tennessee is going to be down there rooting on their guy, James Pierce, and et cetera, et cetera. So, man, get down there. We had a great job. Go see your Falcons, man. Go see your Falcons if you can.
Hey, Christian said, do you ever sleep?
Every now and then.
Oh man.
Every now and then. I
appreciate your Auntie Joy. She do like Auntie Joy said. Please go press that subscribe button, press that notification bell, so every time we go live, y'all will know it. And because we always out here trying to get y'all the best content we can. Top 10 defense this year, definitely could see that. Lord Gold said, how far do y'all see us going this year? That's yet to be seen.
The Super Bowl.
I give y'all a thought after preseason. No, that's fair.
I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. Hey, we still gotta wait and see. We still gotta wait and see, y'all.
Yeah.
They have 3 games to show me something before she start. Said Chris, he would.
Quote you say it.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying. Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you, Truth. I'm with you. I promise you. D. Alford might be the odd man out. We'll see. Hey, man. At the end of the day, let's not count out D. Alford. He already had to overcome some odds to get here. Now, let's not forget.
Yeah. Coming up from the CFL, right?
Yeah. Hey, that's why I just said let the best man win. Let the best Falcon be in a Falcon uniform.
And shout out to D. Alford, man. He said I inspired him that rookie year because he saw my video about him coming down from the CFL. So shout out to him, man. He watched it. He loved it. He said it drove him. So glad I could help, man.
And that goes for anybody. Clark Phillips, everybody. You don't think that all these guys have looked at the draft, looked at the signings, and be like, okay, it's go time. Let's see who's going to make this team. Let's see who's going to be the best Falcons to make it. Like everybody, Mike Hughes, everybody should be on notice.
Right. As I tell y'all, competition breeds champions. That's the truest thing ever. But Eric, he gonna play both. He gonna play inside and out. They're gonna have him lining up like Michael Parsons in Dallas. He's gonna be all over the field. You might see him over the right end one play, over the left end the next play, and then you see him behind, lined up behind the interior. So I mean, he's gonna be everywhere, and
for sure,
that's a luxury to have. If y'all don't believe it, that's a luxury. A guy that can do that. You actually have 2 guys that can do that because this gives Caden Ellis a chance to showcase his pass rush skills. You seen him last year when he had a chance to rush the passer. He made a difference in a lot of games. Look at that Eagles game. When they unleashed him in that Eagles game playing outside, they couldn't stop him. So trust me, having Jalen playing inside or outside, whichever you choose to do, and the good thing about it, Jeff Ulbrich is a linebacker connoisseur. So he's going to get the best out of these linebackers, just like Dwayne Leffler gets the best out of the offensive line. So he's going to make a difference with the linebackers, and he's going to make a difference with nobody else. Just think about that. Raheem and Jerry Gray are going to do the cornerbacks. So, I mean, they have everything in place, man. Trust me, they do. So all they have to do is just get in the film room, get on the same page, and I think they'll be fine.
And I agree. I totally agree with it.
I see y'all like Nick Nash, man. So yeah, I'm thinking wide receiver 3 as well. And there's no disrespect to Ray. I just think, he comes in and does what he needs to do.
Right.
But
with you guys,
before I get out of here, man, I'm gonna tell y'all now, so don't ask down the road. I don't know what's gonna happen with Kirk Cousins at this point. Seems like he's just gonna be a backup.
Hey, man. And again, I don't have a problem with that because we've paid that guy. So at the end of the day, get your clip. If the very last little ounce of hope that we can think about is if Aaron Rodgers says, hey, man, I'm retiring or I'm not playing this year, whatever, then maybe the Steelers will get desperate because it is after the draft now. Maybe they'll want to trade for Kirk Cousins then. But honestly, I don't have a problem with that because we've paid that guy. So at the end of the day, get your clip. If the last the very last little ounce of hope that we can think about is if Aaron Rodgers says, hey, man, I'm retiring or I'm not playing this year, whatever, then maybe they'll want to trade for Kirk Cousins then. But honestly, I'm prepared for Kirk Cousins to be right there on the sidelines with that clipboard and that iPad with that ball cap. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tightly fitted on the scalp. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be good to go as our backup. And I don't
Yeah,
have a
man.
problem with that at all. Because at the end of the day, don't get cute now and mess around and we just hold you for the next few years and just retire you behind. Because I
It could
don't want to
happen.
I don't want to get into
It
that.
it could happen. It can happen. But yeah, big bro John Higgins, he said these guys get coached right and learn how to study film, they'll be just fine. Absolutely
That's
agree,
it.
200%.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, Joy, you a little late, man. We talked about that when we started, so just go back and from the beginning and check it out, please.
Please
But
and thank
Kirk Cousins going to be the highest paid backup in history. I agree,
you. Yeah.
and that's sad. That's pretty sad. It is. It happens. Chris said Catfish Kirk going to show out during the preseason. Probably be the only time he play.
Hey, man.
And but think about it though. One thing that could happen, somebody goes down, they could get a second or third round pick, depending on what team it is.
I ain't gonna lie. I hope he does throw. And you want to know? I hope he throws well. You want to know? And I hope we record it and put it out for the world to see, just so other teams can see. Oh, okay, Kurt look like he all right over there. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I want teams to at least
Man, don't nobody forget you, man. Chill out, man. You recovering, so you got to sit down somewhere for a while.
you know. Hey, man, just take it easy. Just take it easy.
Kurt the Casey watched for 4 touchdowns in the preseason. I love it. If they put on the show, then that means he'll leave sooner rather than later.
Trade deadline.
Even,
like, yeah, we
even if he
remember
go to, yeah, even if you go to another team as a backup.
Hey, that's on him. At the end of the day, that would be on him. I just wanted to all work out and for the Falcons to do what's best for the Falcons, like they've been doing. Hey, that's what I need.
King ATL supporting, don't pump her head up.
Right. It is.
Yeah, he'll be playing in preseason, but yeah, man, this has been another great show, man. We went 30 minutes over because we were gonna go 30 minutes, but it always ended up being an hour because once you get to talking, man, you get into these topics, it happens. But before we get out of there, man, tell everybody where to find you.
Hey, man, A1 Forever Sports, that's the platform on YouTube. Make sure you be generational because it's always time to be. Don't you settle for less because you always can have more with the vision and find your peace today because positive energy always creates elevation. It's pretty late. It's 9:40, so hopefully you've been found that already. But if you haven't, it's still time. Also, I said, like I said, Hawks, Braves, Falcons, just anything on A1 Forever Sports, honestly. Twitter, A1 Forever. Instagram, A1 Forever. And the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Also, catch your boy on the Hawks Digest. Been dropping videos over there. And thank you, everybody who has been commenting on the videos over there. So, hey, man, just making moves 2025, continue to grow.
That boy Chris put in a big one yesterday. That thing got about 3,500 views. That boy moving. And it's a trade idea, so y'all please go check it out, man. It's an awesome trade idea for the Atlanta Hawks, and they probably could transform their team. So y'all please go check that out on Hawks Digest. But y'all can find me tomorrow, actually on the NFC South Roundtable, as I join my guys TJ, Clay, and James, aka Mr. Bucks Nation, as we give y'all the NFC South draft grades, our thoughts on the draft, the review. So we're gonna have a good time last night. So y'all please come over to the NFC South Roundtable tomorrow at 7 p.m. We're gonna have a jolly good time because I'm gonna talk some trash tomorrow because I'm gonna have my chest stuck out. But
yeah, there it is.
Yeah, catch me on Smitty Sports Machine as well. And again, man, thank y'all for supporting me during this draft process, man. This is the best one I've had in about 2 years. So those views went up over the weekend, man. That video I dropped Saturday night is almost at 10,000 hits. So thank y'all for tuning in and showing out for that video, man. Undrafted free agents that we just talked about. I did a video on that, and it's doing pretty good. Yes, but again, man, me and Chris gonna try to do more noon shows if we get a chance. Now leading up to the season, if we get a chance, so y'all please stay tuned because we're gonna have more content creators coming through, talking with us, giving us their thought because it's some good ones out here, man. And you just gotta Just got to find them, man. And thank y'all, content creators that support the Sports Machine, A1 Forever, and 95 North Falcons talk show. Because without y'all guys, there would be no us. But this has been another great show, man. Thank y'all for taking time out y'all busy schedule on this Monday night. Manic Monday is what we call it. But we will holler at y'all soon because Auntie Joy need to take her ass back to bed and keep healing before I get my belt and my switch, like we talked about earlier. And we gonna holler at y'all soon, man. Peace.
Pull out the